This will be my 9th Christmas at Christ Church, and each year I stand amazed at your generosity and sacrificial giving that exceeds our large financial year-end needs. But I shouldn't be surprised because our church takes the Bible seriously, and the Bible takes seriously the stewardship of our money. In Matthew 25, Jesus tells the parable of the talents, where a master about to go on a long journey calls his servants and entrusted to them his property. To one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, to another 1, to each according to his ability. Then he went away. You see, you and I are those servants, and all that we have has been entrusted to us. It's his, it's the Lord's. We are simply stewards. This is why each Sunday we say, as we prepare to come to the communion table, these words from 1 Chronicles 29, "All things come of you, O Lord, and of your own have we given you." But the parable goes on to say that the first 2 servants traded with the talents they'd received. They did business with them. They invested them. They grew the master's money. And these servants aren't doing something exceptional. They're doing what the master expected. For when the 3rd wicked servant tells the master that he did nothing with the talent entrusted to him, the master says, "You ought to have invested my money, and at my coming I should have received what was mine own with interest." This is the very heart of biblical stewardship. Just like God told Abraham that through you all the nations of the earth shall be blessed, so he calls us to invest what he's entrusted to us in growing kingdom ministry. Whether the Lord has entrusted to us 5 talents, enormous amounts of wealth, or 1 talent, a little wealth, the master's expectation is the same. Invest it for the kingdom. Don't bury it. His response is the same to faithful stewards in every generation. "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master." Our stewardship, you see, is training for the enormous responsibilities we will have in the new heavens and the new earth, where in the words of Revelation 22, we will reign with him forever and ever. When the Lord called Monica and me and our girls to Christ Church nearly 9 years ago, we resisted at first. "Lord, you can't possibly be calling us to sacrifice our comfort and our long-term plans and move to a foreign land like Texas." But as we prayed, we heard the question from the Lord, "Will you still adventure with me?" I give thanks every day that we said yes to that adventure, because we could have never imagined what the sacrificial investment would mean for us and for so many. So as we come to the end of 2024 at Christ Church, we have a great need financially. And I believe that the Lord is asking that same question to all of us, and specifically now about our talents, our finances. Will you still adventure with me? So I ask you to pray. Ask the Lord what he's placing on your heart to give, and be ready to be surprised. And then step out with adventurous faith. His word to you will be the same as generations before. "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful again over a little, and one day soon I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master." I love that we get to adventure together with the Lord here.